When Kevin Hart says that their main job is to try to prove to you that they have not sold their soul or they're not a part of the Kabbalah or the Illuminati, the first thing I thought about was Doja Cat and how she's trying to make people think that that is not the message she's trying to push. As someone who's spiritual, I believe that you put certain symbols in your work because it means something to you. You wouldn't just put it there. You wouldn't just put it there for no reason. And once you're spiritual, you start to notice the symbols and everything just means different things to you. That's it. Honey, Cat William is keeping his foot on, oh, I forgot my mic. Cat William is keeping his foot on everybody's neck, and I am here for it. Okay, first of all, Cat William have been telling us this for years and years. I watch all of his stand-up comedies because I love him. I've always loved him. And I realized this man been talking for a while. He used to talk about the crazy Diddy parties, you know, P. Diddy's parties. And he used to talk about how they were doing, you know, the white powder, sugar booger at those parties years ago. And he was always honest, and he's a man of his word. This man been arrested, been to jail, 19 times? And he always comes out because at the end of the day, if they don't have anything to hold you against, then they cannot hold you, right? So Cat William, I watched the entire video and I am here for everything that he's saying. One thing that I was very shocked about is when he finally, or someone in Hollywood finally talks about the Kardashians. Because when he was saying that, the Kardashian, Kanye know exactly who he was marrying because Kim is a whore. I mean, we all knew this. So I really don't know why Kanye, oh, my mic. I really don't know why Kanye was acting as if like people were just talking crazy about his wife. Sir, you knew who you chose. Excuse me, right? And the one thing that actually shocked me was the fact that Cat William knew how to read and spoke so many different languages at the age of 5 or 3, he said, which to me is genius. I always knew he was smart, but I didn't know he was that smart. So yeah, I mean, he talks about traveling to Haiti, you know, doing missionary in Haiti and having to translate. I was like, okay, because I know Creole is very, very hard to learn from what other people say. It's a hard language to learn. So I give him props for someone who really don't speak Creole to be able to read Creole is actually very, very interesting. It's very good, yeah. This water, I love to drink my water with fruits because it just give it that extra zesty taste, you know. But yeah, I mean, Cat William is just going in on everyone. If you haven't watched the interview, and Club Shay Shay, I think it's Club Shay Shay. If you haven't watched the interview, I highly recommend you watch the interview. And let me tell you one thing, what he said about the truth will come out because of this year, because this year is year 8, which is year of infinity, and also year of Aquarius, and I'm an Aquarius moon, so I would know. It's about honesty. It's about, you know, the truth will come out, honesty, watch and see. Excuse me, all your faves, all of their secrets about to come out because everybody put everybody on a pedestal as if they're gods. You know, I mean, clearly, yes, we all are in a way gods because we are creators. We can create and all that stuff. But people worship celebrity to a point of obsession to me. And all I keep thinking is they're all humans. We're all humans. They all the same. They bleed the same. They shit, pee, all of that stuff the same way. So I don't understand why people will like worship these people knowing that they're not great people. Not all of them are great people. I even heard a crazy situation about how Tia and Tamara, I always knew like they're too Christian for me. Like, you know, those Christians that are just like everything, every other word is God, every other word is God. Those people are usually the ones behind the scene that are not real Christians. Let me tell you, because I know someone who literally like every other word is God, and they will bash you. As like experience from myself, I realized that Christians are the most hypocrites. They're the most hypocrites because they will bash you. Meanwhile, they're doing the same thing, but in the name of God. So therefore, it's okay for them to do it. Like a lot of the time, my neighbor's walking her dog. A lot of the time, Christians will do the same exact stuff that spiritual people do, like, uh, throw salt over their shoulder. That's like one simple thing that I realize a lot of Christians do, and they don't even realize it's like a ritual and it's part of like spirituality. Throw salt over their shoulder for bad luck, or to get rid of bad luck, or if the salt fall on the floor, they'll pick it up and throw it over their shoulder. People in the spiritual world do that. But anyways, go back to what I was saying. The Christians are the most hypocrites, because I was just watching this video and it was somebody, a source close to them, saying that they're part of the Kabbalah, which to me the Kabbalah is not bad, because it's like a mixture of all religion together. So you don't just pick like Christianity and do that, and then like Kabbalah and do that, or like whatever other religion that's out there, and just pick a little bit of each. But Kabbalah is basically a mixture of everything. So that means you don't believe in good or bad. You just believe that it's you believe there's good and bad, which most people do. But you also believe, as long as you don't believe something is bad, it's not bad. You know what I mean? So that's kind of something that also is intertwined in what they believe. And I recently found out that the twins, Tia and Tamara, they're not as Christians as most people think they are. And if you want to see like some hints, watch their wrist. They all wear that red wristband, which I wear too, because I believe in what it stands for. But they always have it on, even when they're proclaiming that they're Christians. They always have it on. But if you look into spirituality, this is not something Christians should be doing. If we're going according to the Bible, this is not something that Christians should be doing. But they've been doing that even when they were talking so highly about God. But come to find out that they go to actual like a Kabbalion church. They're part of the the Hollywood stuff that they got going on. They're part of that. So for Christians, Tia and Tamara, I don't think y'all are very great Christians, even though every other word is God this and God that, and that, like, you don't do nothing unless you go talk to God first. To me, it's very hypocritical. But when he talk about like all the Hollywood people are in the Kabbalion or the Kabbalah, I don't know if you caught that. He says something about them all being part of the Kabbalah. I believe that, because I know a lot of Hollywood people, they practice those things. If you start studying those things, you almost like you see the world differently. You see people, you notice little things because you see it, you read about it. So therefore you will notice that even the people who are Christians, that's why sometimes like whenever Christians are trying to tell me, oh, you shouldn't be doing this because you shouldn't be doing this because it's evil. I'm just looking at the symbol that you have on you right now. That's not Christianity's symbol. So please hold your opinions. You know what I mean? Once you know what to look for, you start to know what's in front of you, almost. Like, next topic, we can talk about the next topic about Doja Cat. Doja Cat came out swaying up and down about how, she refused to believe that people think that she has joined the Illuminati, which to me is fine to feel that way, but all the stuff that you're portraying and you're saying it's creative, like you're creating things. Well, when you're creating things, you have to immerse yourself in the creative, you have to immerse yourself into that. So therefore you have to somehow, some way learn about it in order for you to feel it is good enough for you to put in your project. You know what I mean? Because you're not going to put a symbol in your work if you don't already know what it means. So for her to try to make her, with her dry eyes, try to say like people are stupid for seeing what they're seeing, ma'am. Because everything that you put out there in a creative way is because you already learn about the backstory of the actual thing, the symbols, what the symbols mean, how it's going to make someone feel. Because the one thing creators want to do is make sure you feel something. You can be upset at the video or you can be happy at the video, as long as you have an emotion from it. That's what they want. So they study that, they know how to get people to react a certain way based on what it is that they're putting forth as their creative, ideas. So I think with that, to me, Miss Doja Cat, we know. And what Cat Williams was saying about that too is the main reason their main job is to try to convince you that they're not in the Illuminati, try to convince you that they haven't sold their soul. That's part of the job. That's part of what they have to do. So therefore, of course, she's going to try to swear up and down and say that she don't understand where you got the satanic symbols from. She don't understand why you will compare her music videos to a satanic work, even though it's just creative. She's just creating whatever comes to her mind. Well, ma'am, you're putting it out there. And yes, I understand it's part of your job to try to convince me that you haven't sold your soul, but we see. We see. And we can talk about the Illuminati all we want. The Illuminati, to me, in my opinion, the Illuminati is not bad. The Illuminati, if you translate it, it's called the Enlightened Ones. The Illuminators, the Enlightened Ones, which means the ones who have learned the message, who have learned the information that needs to be learned so you can create. I don't think it's a bad thing. It might be a bad thing to other people, but to me, I don't think it's a bad thing. So, but the thing is, in like the celebrity world, they reverse that. You know how they have like as above, so below? Well, there's good and there's bad. You can twist a message to be something bad. You can twist it to be something good, depending on what the audience that you're presenting it to. Who is the audience? You know, what message are you trying to push, basically? So the Illuminati isn't bad, but the people who do use the Illuminati could be bad. So therefore, they're pushing a bad message. You know, that's just my opinion on that. And let's go next to the next topic about. Was this music from SZA? Now I'm not sure. I think it's called Bend That Over, Let That Breathe. You know what I mean? I think it's Sexy Red. But there's this viral video going around where these children are basically performing. It's like maybe a 3-year-old girl has the microphone in her hands and she's performing for all these other 3-year-old kids, and they're all singing and dancing this kind of music, this kind of song. And I think that's the song. Okay, so I think SZA and Sexy Red made that song, and now children are singing that song. Now people are basically calling out SZA and Sexy Red. How is that their fault? How is it their fault that your kids, your young children are bending over and singing those type of songs? How is that their fault? I understand, you know, honestly, it's not their fault, because how? You're the mom, you're the parents, you should be the one, you know, watching over your children. You should be the one making sure your children don't have access to those type of things. You know what I mean? Because you become what you are exposed to, especially as children. Their brain are like sponge. So therefore they become what they're exposed to. So it's not their fault. It's not the child's fault that their mother allowed them to be exposed to this kind of music. So I really don't think I really don't see the reason why the artist is being blamed for that. Because I think it's the parents' job to raise the child right, so therefore they won't have access to those things. It's not SZA or Little Sexy Red's fault. Sexy Red's fault. Anyways, that's my take on the Kevin Hart and SZA and also Kim Kardashian thing. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.